CMT, or Charcot-Marie-Tooth. CMT is the most common inherited peripheral neuropathy disorder in their feet and their hands, but it can damage the spine and other muscles. CMT mainly damages the nerves. The disease is progressive, which means it gets worse and worse over time. But it is not like a cold. I could not pass it on to you. There are no CMT germs. CMT does not affect how long people live. It affects about 150,000 Americans. I have a rare type of CMT because I did not get it from my parents. And currently, it affects only my feet. I cannot pick my foot up, so I have problems walking and running. I was diagnosed last summer after a lot of tests. I went to see my doctor because I was tripping around the house a lot. I had trouble lifting up the big toe on my left foot, and the doctor sent me to see a bone and muscle specialist. The specialist told me that I had very weak feet, but that my bones and muscles looked fine. Then I went to see a neurologist, a doctor that studies nerve problems. The neurologist suggested 2 tests, an EMG and an MRI. An EMG is a machine that sends an electric shock through a nerve and then tests the signal on the other side to see how strong the signal is sent. I had wires stuck all over my body, and I received electric shocks for 2 hours. The fun part, people ask me if the EMG hurt, and it did hurt a little. And you know what it felt like? It felt like a really strong static shock, just like the kind you get from going down the slide in the playground and then touching somebody. Then I had the MRI. It's like a giant X-ray machine, but I had to lie down inside it and not move for 2 hours straight. But my little sister Emma, who's in 6th grade, was dragged around to a lot of my appointments. For fun, she took pictures of all the tests I had with our mom's phone. So now I have a reminder of all I went through last time. When my test came back, it showed that I had nerve damage in both of my feet, but I still didn't know what was wrong with me. My blood was tested for 30 different types of CMT, but all 30 came back negative. My type of CMT is still unknown, but new types are being found every day, and research is already working on a cure for the most common types of CMT. I have leg braces made for both my feet to help me walk. I have one right here. There. It goes down inside my shoe and it bends. So when I take a step, it helps pick my feet up for me. There's little Velcro strips that go around my shins. This is actually my second pair of leg braces because I broke the first ones when I ran on the cross-country team this summer. Having CMT made me want to bring awareness of this disorder and raise money for research. The CMTA website is run by other people who have CMT. I am the only one from Massachusetts on the CMTA website. I have raised about $13,000, and the website is like a Facebook. I post stories and pictures and videos for other people to read and watch. I usually post things that I've done as an athlete. Since my diagnosis, I have competed in a local triathlon. I ran on the cross-country team, and I just finished skiing. I'd like to thank you all for having me here today, and thank you, Principal Nicholas, for letting me tell my story. Thank you to the Student Council for having CMT be the fundraiser this month. And thank you to my sister Emma and her friend Jenna in 6th grade for all the posters that they put up around the school. And thank you to you all for listening to me and helping to raise money to find a cure for CMT. And remember, we all have challenges we're going to go through in life. But I'm not going to let CMT stop me from doing anything. I'm just going to work harder. Thank you.